stand before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due for what he's done in the body, whether good or evil. Good point, good argument, powerful one. Not too difficult to understand. Our bodies is likened to a tent. You're presently living in a tent. And some of the tents, as I look, are really good. Some are trying to look at other things, but some not so good. Some of us are getting older. When we're young, we think we're going to live forever. We think we can do anything. We're full of life and strength and vigor and ambition. Then we get into age, and we get a bit slow. We're not so fast. We can't do what we once did, so I no longer play the best sport in the world, soccer. I gave it up for obvious reasons. Not so fast, not so fit as I once was. And what happens? Paul tells us, our body begins to groan, sometimes literally. You know what it is? Aches and pains. Not just for the old, but also for the young. Because this disease and decay and problems with our health can come to all ages. But particularly as we get older, life becomes more difficult for us. And our body is growing. What's happened? Our tent, our physical body is beginning to fall. What says Paul? You have good courage, because although your tent is going to fall, something much, much better is going to happen. Your earthly body is going to be destroyed. It goes into the grave in corrupts. But don't worry about that. We have good courage. We walk by faith, not by sight, because although your earthly tent is going to be destroyed, you have a home, an eternal home, not made with hands. It's eternal in the heavens. As he tells us in the verses. I love that. He likens our body to a temporary structure. None of us would like to live in a tent unless we're very unusual people. And he's contrasting the tent with that which is permanent, a permanent home, eternal in the heavens. When I was in my teens, my father, one of the 6 boys, and my father had this idea that we should go camping. Going on vacation with such a large family is expensive. We Scots are known to handle money very carefully, particularly other people's. But so my dad thought this is a way we can have a great time, not too expensive, and so he bought this huge tent, and there was an inner tent where he and my mother slept, and my youngest brother. I was either 16. We got the tent. My dad thought this wonderful. We'd go camping ground. We had our responsibilities. We put up this tent, put the inner tent, and had a wonderful time. But, however, the tent had to come down. And when the tent came down, where did we go? We went home. My mother could never understand why you would leave a perfectly good house and go for a few food. In those days, the wife did all of the cooking. These are what we call the good old days. She did all the cooking, my poor mother. She had to get ready for it, and we lived in the tent. Never once did I. But
Big accident or something? Why you go this way?
Where? Supposed to go straight highway, right?
Yep.
Wait, Leah, stop doing that. Please. Leah, stop doing that. What? Where are you?
Dent. Okay.
I think it's about the time you're done watching the songs, Leo. Are you done, Leo? Just watch this now.
Turn back up.
Turn right onto Federal Road. In 1 mile, turn right onto Federal Road. Turn right onto Federal Road. In 4.5 miles, turn right onto Woodall Dairy Road. stop sign, turn right.
I mean, like buses like
At the stop sign, turn right onto Woodall Dairy Road.
big land, all the grass they can eat. In Vietnam, cow don't even have grass to eat. Funny your notes play piano. All cow eat grass.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Yeah. Got chocolate milk, got white milk, got strawberry milk.
Use the left lane to merge onto I-40 East.
Okay, dear God. I know it hurts.
Turn left. miles, take exit 364 onto Highway 24 toward Warsaw.
I like it with the powder pop.
Snack?
Use the left lane to merge onto I-40 East.
It's alright. Just the medicine.
At the light, turn left onto US 117.
I hate harpies.
What do you want? Same thing? Okay, McDonald's. My God.
Turn right, then take the first right onto Highway 210.
Busy. Let's turn. Want anything, Ellen? What do you want?
Get Red Bull.
Red Bull and that'll be
Yeah. Oh. Get mango
No. You can get
the wrap. Crispy wrap.
2 of the 4-piece McCrispy strips.
Do you want that to make it a meal or just a strip?
Make it a Coke.
A large meal.
Good.
With the Coke, alright, anything else I get you? With the nuggets, also strips.
The strips. Let me get 2 of those.
What sauce can I get you?
Get let's see, barbecue sauce. Yeah.
Alright, is there anything else I can get you?
Let me get 2 of those. So
2 of the same meal?
yeah, 2 of the same meals. And then
Is that correct?
yeah, 2 of the same meals. Yeah.
I got you. With the Coke as well?
Yeah.
Alright, and barbecue sauce?
Yep. And,
Alright.
and let me also get the 2 snack wraps, the spicy snack wraps. Just
Snack wrap, alright,
yeah.
anything else?
That's it.
Alright, I got the 2 meals, the snack wrap, spices, anything else I can get you today?
That's it.
Alright.
All right.
That's gonna be $22.39 the first one down.
Okay.
Proceed to the
D-Win.
turn right onto Highway 210.
This is Rocky Point. Not Rocky Mount. Rocky Point.
Chê. Cánh bên nó sang e đấy. What? When nó sang e mà nhá. They have some air over there. Or y'all wanna just snap over here?
See the rest area. Nope.
There's a cat over here.
Okay. I park here.
Yeah, I'm not buying no, no. Yeah. Wait. Ah, do. Ah, ding. Ah, do.
What are you making that? Oh, we're close to the beach, Dad. Seagulls.
Oh yeah.
4-piece chicken strip medium meal with a medium sauce, and then one extra spicy snack wrap.
Yep.
So each way $2.39.
Okay.
Would you like your receipt?
No.
Have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you. You too. Thank you.
Where'd it go, baby? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Baby, where are you going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Can you pull over to the left? We're just sitting on your guys' strips.
Left. Right.
Yeah, to the left. First
Okay.
one. Thank you.
Why would you make Coke? Coke is like more sweeter than Sprite. Left.
Turn right onto Highway 210, then take the first right for I-40 East.
Này. Chị chủ.
Okay, that's fine, guys.
Chị chủ nhắm, chị chủ nhô, chị chủ mẹ, chị chủ
Okay, we're done. Okay, McDonald's. Okay. Put him in the car seat. Can you go pee now? Put him in the car seat. You can go pee now.
Park first.
Park right now.
What?
Put him in the car seat.
You nuts. People need this space like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'll park over there.
We don't want to pee?
No.
We under his mom.
I know. Well, we're almost there. We just got like 25 minutes left.
Hey.
Love. Hey! Hey! Cake!
Okay, let's live chat.
You wait, follow him. Mommy, go pee.
Eric, can you go pee?
Okay.
No?
Yes,
Yes,
or
no.
no?
Yes.
Oh!
Hold on. Hold on, Eric.
Okay.
Doesn't look feel good.
He's good.
Go.
Nah, he wants to watch this one more than that because he watched too much.
Go, Eric.
Okay. Go.
Go.
Hurry up. Sorry. No. Everything. Hi. How are you? That's my first day. They're going to the beach and in the boat. The carbon is off.
What's that smell?
Oh, smells nice, man.
Oh my gosh. It's the hand soap from the washroom.
Oh, that was my internet.
Where's Mel? I'll take that.
Still don't get the food. Take forever.
Yeah. Ôi, cái rep mẹ mà ai. It is not.
I wish I went to Wendy's. Less people.
Nobody watching.
Drop my.
Use the right lane to merge onto I-40 East.
Drop my camera. Thank you.
Here. Here.
In about 13 miles, turn right onto US 74 West.
Here. Here.
Put the iPad down.
Give me eat later.
iPad down.
Leo! French fry.
Too hot. Fine.
Just eat.
Sauce. Give me sauce, please.
You have barbecue sauce in there?
Yeah, thank you.
Here, Eric.
Handicap. So nobody there.
Parking right here too.
Here we go.
So tight.
Right there.
Yeah. Is that
No, right there.
right there too?
Está. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
So when are you getting a hotel?
I'm
After
gonna
the
take a
boat?
hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna come in the boat.
Careful, Eric.
You know what, careful.
Please. I need to pay for this thing. Careful.
Hey, I thought public parking.
Yeah, but your boat rate is called trespassing if you don't pay it.
Where's my luggage? My stuff.
Nice. Oh, dog. Like when I'm Leo first,
Space.
we go get diaper in the back.
That's my god.
Better hurry up, Mom. Where is it?
Water.
Stupid.
Here, Mom.
One. No, one.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Oh, get that bag. Yeah. Not Leo stuff.
My bag.
What?
That's what I'm doing right there.
It's not really near a beach. This is river. Not river. Unless it leads, the river leads to a beach. No. Wow, yeah.
Here. Diaper.
I already gave it to her.
Careful, Eric.
Dang.
Okay.
Got any water?
I got one. Done?
Yeah. Need the wipes.
Come on. Let's go. This way. because my mixed dreams is perfectly. What? A fresh copy. That's a coffee. In my country, it's my good. America. This is where right there. This is where my good. No. This is America. This is my America. This is where I'm gonna.
Enjoy.
Dạo này đi xong thì
Watch your step out. Perfect. Fix that one. Awesome. Watch your step.
Oh shoot.
Oh, you can minus them olives right now, girlfriend.
you know
Yes. That's crazy. You sure you don't want a mimosa? That's champagne. This would buy me a So you want just champagne? What kind of champagne? You don't have any of the sweet champagne? Yeah. That's the only one they have.
All right, everyone. Who's cooled down now? Nobody? I'm not. But you have a good breeze that way. I'm Captain Ned. Welcome on board the Wilmington. My crew here, I've got Owen, who checked everybody in. He's been doing an excellent job of narration. And he makes me look good docking.
All right.
So I don't have to do anything. He does all the hard work. So good to have him along. And Miriam's doing an excellent job back there. I hear she's pouring a little heavy too, so just watch it back there.
You just look at her face and that'll tell you right there.
So sounds good. So we're just going to do a little safety briefing. We've got 3 people coming on board. Let me just wait a minute. Get them on board.
That's not. That's good.
What did you get? The Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah? With rum?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I had a mojito in there with rum, so I'm
You know,
like,
it's all alcohol when it hits the stomach. You know, you can mix it all you want. So you're retired hot girl? I guess I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a hot girl is, but why would you be retired? You gave it up, huh? I don't know. Still look pretty good, so. I mean, I don't think that's retired. Okay, what have you got? Just talking to my therapist about me? Yeah, oh, that would put that guy off, I'm sure. All right, well, welcome. I was just getting into the safety briefing. The life preservers are under these back seats here, also under these seats right here. For those of us under 90 pounds, we do have child life preservers over in this slot here. And I usually grab 6 or 8 of them, so that seems to work for me. Life preserver would go around your neck and a strap comes around behind and clicks in. So that's how that works. If we have any emergencies, please listen to the crew and we'll walk you through whatever the situation might be. So windows are open, air conditioning is on. I don't feel it very good here, but once we get out in the water, we'll have at least air conditioning one direction, and so we'll be a little bit better. And let's see, as we leave the dock, there'll be a single horn blast that tells everybody that we're on our way. For the young adults on board, please no standing on the seats. If you want to kneel and look out, that's perfectly fine. For the adults, it's the same deal. No dancing on the seats or the bar or the table. And I'm thinking this group over here, where the quote retired hot girl is, I think she probably knows how to do that. But come back for our sunset cruise when we go through that.
When you turn it up.
Okay, so I think I've gone through everything. We're heading up to the north. We've got I'm watching a little bit of stuff going on over there. I think we should be okay. Because it's kind of partying.
Oh, we're
and,
gonna get stuck in the rain on the way down.
well, stuck with me isn't really stuck.
Oh, right. That works.
Because then everybody starts drinking, including me. So,
Alrighty then.
that sounds good. Huh? All right. So just about a minute or so, and then we'll take off.
What kind of music you gonna play on?
My music.
Oh, what's your music?
Classic. It's either classic rock. I'm doing yacht rock.
Yacht rock. Oh, okay, okay.
So it's kind of mellow.
Okay. I can dig yacht rock.
Okay.
Do you have a sing along though?
4 more? Okay. I'm sorry?
Do you have a sing along with yacht rock?
Well, we could, but we do a narration here. Alan does an excellent job. He tells a few jokes. So please be nice to him, kind of laugh and encourage him, you know, because he's so shy. Okay. There. You all have tickets? No, it's okay. Yes or no is the answer. I just want to make sure if you didn't, you would pay right here, but you're all set. You can get out of the way.
You did? Is it? No way! Very cool. Awesome. But your parents didn't do it. Oh, we see them. Because they were very no, oh, it's a kitty, no? Celery. Oh, that's nice.
All righty. Well, Captain Ned introduced me. My name's Owen. I'm going to handle our chat. You know, typically on this boat, your captain would give your narration, but you've heard enough from Ned, and so I think I'm going to take over the chat. I'm kidding. He's great. All right, so Ned. That's Captain, yep. So, is anyone from Wilmington? Perfect. I'm going to make the whole tour up. Those can know the difference, right? Just kidding. I'll stick to the truth. This is the Cape Fear River. This is the longest river in North Carolina. It's 202 miles, goes very far inland, almost to our state capital, Raleigh. Before it gets there, it splits apart into the Deep River and the Hall River. That makes up 9,000 square miles of drainage in our state. All that means is that a good portion of the rain that hits North Carolina ends up here in the river. But then behind us, 25 miles, leads me to another important question. Would anyone like to go to the Bahamas today? I see one hand, and that's enough for me, so Captain Ned spin it. I just need a couple extra thousand in cash. You know, we can have your time. Yeah, we'll take that. But the truth to it is the Cape Fear River is the only river in North Carolina that's directly connected to the ocean. And it's been that way since they discovered it, compared to the other rivers in the state, which are barriered by the outer banks and our islands. But having access to the ocean and being the longest river in the state is why Wilmington was founded as a town. In 1739, we were incorporated, and we have always been a port or a marine terminal. Proof of that is in our historic district and our architecture. This building right next to us, the brick one, is the J.W. Brooks Wholesale Grocer. The ships that had produce on board would drop them off here at this building, and it's the only building built over the river, so the water flows under the foundation. Nowadays, there's a gelato shop right here on the corner, really expensive condos up top, and a salon that I know nothing about. This right here is the heart of our historic district. This is Market Street, and aptly named, that is where the market used to be held. Nowadays, it's just where you can find a lot of the good restaurants, a lot of the good nightlife and bars. If you're looking for, anybody been to Kilwins yet? Just at Kilwins? Yeah. I'll tell you what, you can walk into the building, inhale, and gain 5 pounds. They do sweets, fudge, candy apples, anything you can think of. Toasty. Right here, this building, not quite so historic. This is our federal courthouse downtown. This is the Alton Lennon building. What it is famous for, though, is the backdrop of a few TV shows. This was in the background of One Tree Hill for a good portion of that, Dawson's Creek, and then the last 3 seasons of a show called Matlock with Andy Griffith. They were filmed at this building. Yeah. He ran up and down those steps right there with a hot dog. Now, right across the river, all this land that we've been seeing, this is not just the other side of the river. This is Eagles Island. Eagles Island is 7 miles long and 2.5 miles wide. It's the largest inland island in North Carolina. And the water behind Eagles Island is the Brunswick River. Really fun fact about that, the Cape Fear is the longest river in the state, and the Brunswick is the shortest river in the state. We have both of them attached to each other here in Wilmington. But for all that space over there, the only thing available to you guys, the public, is the Battleship North Carolina. Anybody been aboard the Battleship? Have you done the Battleship in the middle of the summer? It's quite hot down below. Yes, yep. But we'll switch back over and talk about the Battleship later. This, in our historic district, this area right here is a little confusing. You'd be fooled into thinking that's a historic Dollar General X right there, or a historic apartment building. All of this came up in the absence of a large railroad terminal. We were very famous for railroad connectivity in the 1800s. Unfortunately, these railroad processes were polluting the area very heavily. So when the Atlantic coastline got out of here, and around the time of the 1960s, that industry was abandoned, and we decided the right thing to do was to clean it up. And we scraped all of that to the first layer of dirt, made room for these hotels, Riverwalk, apartment buildings, things that we come down here to enjoy. Something really neat about Wilmington as well is we are the 2nd largest historic district in the United States. 246 blocks of our town is considered historic. We're second only to Savannah, Georgia. Another thing in the historic district that came up in the absence of the railroad terminal is Cape Fear Community College. That's this cluster of brick buildings right here in our downtown. Cape Fear Community College has over 15,000 students enrolled, so they rival UNCW's enrollment. Their nursing program for 2-year community college degrees is top 10 in the country, has been for 11 years now. Good nurses out of the program. We're home to one of only 3 wooden boat building programs on the East Coast, and we don't do a lot of wooden boat building in the United States, so we're lucky to have that. And then I went to school at Cape Fear. I graduated from their marine technology program, and that has this big white and blue research vessel next to us, the Cape Hatteras. Students like myself would go aboard that ship every semester, and the longest I did was 12 days at sea, just for school. And it was really cool. You learn how to live aboard a ship, operate the gear. That boat made me take port calls. I went to Savannah. I went to Georgia I went to Charleston for a night. I went to Florida, and then they used to take the seniors down to the Bahamas, like we talked about. Until the college students behaved like college students in the Bahamas, and that was the end of that trip. Moving on from Cape Fear, we have these 3 hotels right here. The Best Western with that big mural of some dolphins. The Aloft and the Embassy Suites both have rooftop bars up there. A lot of people like to go to the Embassy Suites. They call it Cloud 9. I personally like the Aloft because the food up there is better. Food is the way to the heart. Now right here, anybody like to do any fishing? Any fishermen, fisherwomen on board? If you do like to fish, the only place you're allowed to do it from the downtown side is this dock that has our fire rescue vessel. This is Conlin Pier, and you could beat the state record catfish from that dock. Until 2021, the state record catfish was caught here in Wilmington on the Cape Fear River. 116 pounds. Yeah. Big fish. But past the Embassy Suites, we now get to what's called Newtown, or modern Wilmington. Everything past our Embassy Suites is just 16 years of development. So with our growing population, that includes a lot of apartment buildings that have come up within the past 5 or 6 years. We had Port City Marina with all these boats installed about 11 years ago now. And then 4 years ago, almost to the day, they started bringing in houseboats to the marina. Anyone curious about these things? They're really neat looking. I will say they are boats that do not move, so I like to call them floating condos. But these were 330 grand a piece, and then it was $100,000 to buy a slip as well. I thought that was a pretty steep price, but a couple from Raleigh, North Carolina didn't think so, and they came down and bought 38 units, with all of them. They bought the dock as well, and they now rent all of these as Airbnbs. So now you can come down here and stay on these houseboats, which I think is a really good deal. And a lot of people also think that. They've had such good business that the second dock you see right here, they bought this in January of this year, another 30 units. Yeah. I used to make a lot more jokes about these until a couple weekends ago I got to stay aboard these. And it was wonderful, and it was a great time. And each of these has a themed unit. There's a Barbie kind of pink themed unit. There's Sea Turtle, Midnight in Paris, anything you can think of. Pretty neat. So down here on the modern side, we have a couple of restaurants. At the bottom of Pier 33, there's a Mexican joint called Bonita that's really good. The Marina Grill has a very diverse menu. You can do anything from a steak dinner down to beer battered shrimp tacos. And then the end of the Riverwalk with that big black steel structure and the stadium lights, that's the Live Oak Bank Pavilion. And if we have a big concert come to town, they're going to play at the Live Oak Bank. We seat 7,000 at that amphitheater. Larger names that we had recently, we had Ella Langley play there this year. I had no idea who Ella Langley was, and then I found out because she's apparently very popular. She brought more boats down onto the river than I've seen for 4th of July. Yeah. But we had Willie Nelson play there on his 93rd birthday this year, and then we had Bob Dylan 2 weeks ago. But we're done with our time here in the downtown area for now. We're going to get off this branch of the Cape Fear. This is not the one that heads towards Raleigh. This is the Northeast Cape Fear. This tributary goes up 138 miles to another town called Mount Olive, North Carolina. What do you guys know about Mount Olive, North Carolina? Pickles, I heard it right there, yep. I guarantee you've seen a jar of Mount Olive pickles. And I just learned something after taking a trip to that town. Their cucumber pickle factory is on the corner of Cucumber and Vine Street. So someone was thinking about that. But we're going to get around Point Peter, which is this peninsula next to us. The only bit I'll tell you about this is in the late 90s and the early 2000s, there was a junkyard on the tip of Point Peter. That salvage company used to pull up a lot of boats and marine salvage. But then a trust bought this area, and they were going to put a 6-story hotel over here. That went over like a lead balloon. So we haven't seen anything happen, but you'll see some of the old refuse from the junkyard as we go by. You guys doing well so far? Yes. All right, good to hear.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Haven't been there. If you hear anyone say that they're up in Jacksonville right now, assume that they're connected with the Leaves. Right. The only place I know in Connecticut is Stanford. Yeah. Mostly for the water and stuff. That's like, I got a lot of captains who used to work up there. Yeah. How about you guys? Where are you guys from? Raleigh. Raleigh, okay, sweet.
All right. Well, we are up here on the main branch, and everything that you can see in front of you, this is all protected. It's conservation land. But that has not been the case throughout history. This area is what we call the thoroughfare. And like I mentioned, before we had roads and railways, this river was the way to travel west in the state. So as far as industries go, the first one would have been logging. Cut down a lot of the longleaf pine trees in North Carolina, and they'd send them here on the river to be processed in Wilmington. In the 1800s, it was steam traffic for the Confederates. They would send a lot of their bombs, munitions, and rations up this way. And then until the 1970s, that little dock that we passed was Allied Chemical. And they would send tugboats from there to Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's over 100 miles on the river. Pretty tough journey. But then we placed this under protection, and now we're very thankful for that, for all the wildlife that calls this place home. I wasn't much of a bird nerd before starting this job, but I learned a lot about birds because of the 400 species in the state, there's over 100 on this island here, Eagles Island. We see a lot of birds of prey, and everybody likes a good hawk or an eagle or a falcon. So out there on the electrical tower, I'll show you where they live. If you look out there, you'll see a really large nest off to the side. Yeah, that nest belongs to my favorite bird of prey, called the osprey. They're also known as the seahawk. That's where UNCW gets their mascot. And that nest itself is really impressive because it's over 7 feet in diameter. So it's wider than this table is long. Really neat. 2 chicks fledged out of the nest this year. It's been active for 8 years. And ospreys themselves are really cool. They're the only bird of prey that eats exclusively fish. So they won't go after a mouse or another bird. And they're not an eagle, they're not a hawk, and they're not a falcon. They're their own ancient classification. Really neat. As you look out on the tree line, you'll see another osprey nest. There's several of them in the area. But the next thing I always like to talk about with this area is change, all the physical change that's happened to the Cape Fear River. Picture this in your mind, but the first charter up the Cape Fear was done in 1662, and this looked way different. They charted this to be a large cypress swamp, much like the Everglades in Florida. The water was very dark. It was black water out here. It's half the width and around 6 to 12 feet deep. But the reason that we settled this area, not only for the trees, but also there was a less than 2-foot freshwater tide on the Cape Fear River. And that was really perfect for agriculture and growing crops. And so Eagles Island, even though I talked about eagles, we do see them over there, was not named after the bird. If you're ever wondering why something on the East Coast is named what it was, always bet on a wealthy English guy. That was Dr. Richard Eagles and his family. He was gifted this entire island as a land grant from King George. And the crop and culture that he brought out here was rice. They used the Cape Fear River to grow rice. It was called Carolina Gold, the long grain rice. And it got its name from the stalks of rice rolling in the wind looking like gold. But Dr. Richard Eagles, being a wealthy English guy, was not doing any of this farming himself. This was all done by the Gullah Geechee, or the Gullah. Is anyone familiar with the Gullah people?
Yep.
If you're not, they were an enslaved group of people from West Africa, and when they were taken from their homeland, at the time that was known as the Rice Coast. So that rice came over with them. Brought here specifically for their knowledge on how to grow this rice. Very, very harsh work that was done. Historians have quoted that the Gullah in the Carolinas alone moved more mud and dirt by weight than was moved in ancient Egypt's construction. So very, very tough. They preserved their culture, their cuisine, their artwork all throughout North and especially South Carolina in the Charleston area. But their heritage trail stretches all the way to the northern tip of Florida. Very, very rich culture if you get to learn about it. Now, the abolishment of slavery ended rice in the Carolinas, and that's when the steam-powered shipping started to pick up. We had bigger metal boats coming on the Cape Fear. 6 to 12 feet deep of this river was not cutting it. And so we had to deepen the Cape Fear through a process called dredging. And as we dredged and deepened the river, we now sit in 36 feet, is what I just saw on our radar right here. And in anywhere from downtown to the ocean for over 25 miles is kept at 42 to 50 feet deep. Anybody like to build sand castles? I certainly do. And if you build a sand castle with a little moat around it, you have to dig a trench to the ocean and fill it with water. Now think about that happening here on a large scale. As we deepened the river, it went below sea level, and the ocean started to pour into the Cape Fear. As a result of that, that tide jumped up to about 5.5 to 6 feet on the average. We are the only river in the state that will switch directions of its flow twice a day. So you'll notice if you were here earlier, the river was flowing this way, and just about in 30 minutes, it's going to turn around and flow out to the ocean. And that also brought in a lot of seawater to the area, which is a great thing for being on a tour boat, because we get to see bottlenose dolphin. They swim up the river, even here on the main branch. I've seen more sea turtles in the Cape Fear River than I have in the ocean. We get loggerheads, we get Kemp's Ridley, and we get green sea turtles. Every year we get manatees that swim up in the summer. We actually call UNCW when we get a manatee up here. 2 years ago, we had a manatee swim up one of the old rice canals, and it got dried out with the tide. So UNCW came out with a tarp and sent him back out to sea. It was pretty neat. A lot of migratory fish that are very important to the area, being the striped bass, shad, herring. One of the big ones is the Atlantic sturgeon. Anyone heard of a sturgeon before? That is a big, prehistoric, and I hate to say it, ugly-looking fish. And they jump up out of the water like a missile. We do have sharks in the river. That's another question I get a lot. In front of those houseboats about 4 weeks ago, we had something really cool happen. A 7-foot spinner shark jumped up in front of the houseboats and scared the bejesus out of everybody on the tour boat. And to top all of that off, we do have the American alligator swimming around out here in the water. So please do not go swimming. These gators on the Cape Fear, they're pretty tame as far as alligators go. They are pretty shy when it comes to boats, but when we do see gators on the boat, usually just see his head and a little bit of his tail. And I'll tell you right now, 9 times out of 10 you think it's an alligator, it's a log. And that's what they want you to think. No shame in calling alligator and it turning out to be a stick. I did that last year, and it was a 6-year-old with a pair of binoculars who corrected me. So. All these little floats that you've been seeing in the water as well, I'm sure some of us have been wondering about these. Sometimes they look like they're moving in the current, but these floats next to us are blue crab traps. So the only commercial fishery on the river is blue crabs. Now I'll tell you guys something. I would not eat blue crab out of the Cape Fear River. We drain 9,000 square miles of North Carolina, so a lot of that is farmland that drains in here. However, you don't have to worry about it if you're eating blue crab in our state. 90% of this catch from the Cape Fear River is sent to Maryland. And then once it gets there, they call it Maryland crab. Yeah, they had a big devastation on the Chesapeake years back, and so we made a good business out of sending them crabs because we found out it's in their DNA they have to eat crabs in Maryland.
I'm from Maryland.
If you actually go to any of the restaurants that do all you can eat on Wednesdays, the lowest price crab is North Carolina crab. It's pretty fun.
Next thing that changed out here would be the plant life in the area. So the shorter grass that you've been seeing along the way, that's called Spartina alterniflora. And that's just Latin for this grass changes color twice a year. The taller, bushier stuff, which you see back there, that's called Phragmites. And little known fact, Phragmites is the most invasive plant in North America. And we have this tall grass from here all the way up to Newfoundland, Canada. And then anyone notice all of our dead trees? Remember me talking about how this was a large cypress forest? These are the bald cypress trees that grew back after the rice fields. And bald cypress are some of the toughest trees in the world. They'll live forever if you leave them alone. And their roots fan out so immensely that not even a hurricane can knock these over. Proof of that would be 33 miles behind the boat into the Black River in North Carolina, the 7th oldest recorded tree in the world still alive sits here on the rivers. It's bald cypress, 2,624 years old, still alive and growing. National Geographic went out 2 years ago and published an article about that tree and images of it. It's pretty neat. There's one thing bald cypress trees can't tolerate. Anyone know what that is? Salt water. Yep, so when the salt came up this way, it's a caustic to these trees and burned them from the inside out. Introduced a lot of minerals into their structures, so these trees that you see out here have been dead since the 1940s when the salt reached the area. Over 80 years now is what we're looking at. So we call this the ghost forest of Wilmington. But folks, I'm going to let you enjoy the view. If we see any wildlife that we think you should know about or point out, you're not going to hear me on the microphone. I'm just going to start yelling dolphin or alligator. We'll all take a look. Other than that, folks, sit back, relax, we'll be the battleship soon.
Probably. Yeah. It's hard to jump.
I wanted to do that on my porch in New Hampshire. Remember how I didn't have any rails? I wanted to collect a bunch of branches to my that. But I never stayed there long enough. I love it. I know you don't want to hear about it, but Brittany started doing that at the end of their property. Because they have literally a little river that goes a stream. And it's really, really nice. The girls play in it and everything. So she started making a wall like that against theirs. Chainsaw Massacre. The movie. See the mask he's got on? The chainsaw? She looks just like Tina, huh? All I gotta do is make this all share. Justin's wedding. We have okay. Yes, I remember you showed me the dress. Yeah, she looks like Tina and Jordan. Oh.
Battleship North Carolina. Being broadside to the battleship on the water is a really good scale of what it would look like to approach this vessel at sea. I just want to talk briefly on it. I don't want to spoil an entire tour for those of you or repeat too much of what you already know, but the Battleship North Carolina is the most decorated battleship from World War II. This earned the most service stars during that conflict, and she participated in every major campaign in the Pacific Theater. She hit the water for the first time in 1941 in the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and they called her the Showboat up there. There was a Broadway production going on at the time called The Showboat, and when she got into the harbor, she tested every bell and whistle, threw on every light, and the New Yorkers thought she was putting on a show. Did not last long. Shortly after that, Pearl Harbor had happened. Her next order of business was to get down and squeeze through the Panama Canal and get into the action. Fun story about that, the reason we use the term squeeze when we say that is at the time, the most narrow section of that canal was 110 feet wide. The North Carolina, this battleship, is 108 feet wide, so she had a foot of space on either side. But got into the action and earned that title using mostly that artillery we see on the front. Those large guns were 16-inch on the barrel. They fired a shell that weighed 2,700 pounds, and that same shell, they would send it 22 miles. And if you're on the ocean, that is well past the horizon. She could hit targets that might not see her coming. I love putting it this way. That's like shooting a Toyota Prius from there over the land into any of the oceans surrounding us. So yeah. But decommissioned in 1947 after the war, and the Navy's beautiful plan for this vessel was to scrap it and turn it into like beer cans or something. North Carolina was, of course, furious about that because our name is plastered on the stern, so we started a campaign called Save Our Ship. And that was funded by the children of our state. This is why we take a lot of pride in it. The kids in North Carolina were saving up coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, and through those efforts, they saved up enough change to buy this battleship and bring it here to North Carolina. Brought it up the river in 1961, and we're about to get into my favorite story about the battleship, which is one they don't tell you over there. You're going to find out why in just a second. But 1961, up comes the battleship with 6 tugboats attached to it. And if you were here in 1961 and walking along this river walk in the Black Wharf over here, by the courthouse, you would have come upon a 150-foot concrete vessel, painted all white and docked up there, and turned into a seafood restaurant. It was still an operational boat, but they sold seafood there. It was very popular. It was called the Fergus Park. And the guy who owned it, Old Man Fergus, by all accounts, was the most stubborn guy in town. But as the battleship comes up, the tugboat captains asked Fergus if he could move his seafood restaurant down just a little bit to avoid any kind of incident. And what do you guys think Fergus said about that? No way. And I'll tell you how that played out for him. They went to push the battleship into this slip right here. But it was just a little bit too shallow, right where that dock is sitting now. And they ran her aground. And as the front of the battleship got stuck, the back end of the battleship swung over slow. And a lady tells her account of her side of the story. As she was on the ark, she looked up from eating her seafood and heard a commotion. All she saw out her window was gray steel. And then the words "run" were shouted behind her. The first time in history a abandoned ship was called in a seafood restaurant. And it crashed right into the side of the ark and punched a hole in the side of that seafood restaurant. This is a picture of the battleship striking the ark in real time in 1961. Luckily, no one was hurt through this entire account. So, we just chalk it up as a pretty funny story. Even funnier than that, here comes Old Man Fergus down the dock the very next day. And he's carrying with him a bucket of purple paint. He painted a purple heart on the side of his seafood restaurant. And then his marketing slogan on that little billboard right there turned into the only seafood restaurant to withstand a direct hit from North Carolina. Pretty funny. That boat went on to be a seafood restaurant for years and years until later, after Fergus passed, it was sold to someone in Florida. That boat has lived a lot of lives. It was another seafood restaurant in Florida. Now to this day, it is the office to a marina, and they just call it the boat. Coming back up on Market Street here, So you did get a look at any of this stuff on the way down, and you got a better look as we cruise fast slow. You know, one of our specialty cruises, because we do a lot of special cruises throughout here, we just started doing a film history cruise. And that's really neat. We bring an expert out who knows everything about the industry, tells you, you know, Julia Roberts stayed here and all this stuff, you know. But I can summarize this for you. I have no idea. I'll summarize the tour. In my opinion, he just talks about every terrible Hallmark movie you've ever seen being filmed here in Wilmington. But no, it really is cool. There's been over 300 different productions in Wilmington. They used to call us Wilmy Wood. Anybody here? Yeah.
Was the movie Cape Fear actually filmed
You know,
here?
that is the one movie that should have been filmed here and it was. None of not the original or the remake. They call it Cape Fear. Those were filmed in Savannah, Florida, and Baltimore, or Massachusetts, respectively. Now, I'm going to leave us with the last little bit of history. Between this bridge, the Cape Fear Memorial ahead of us, and the battleship North Carolina, proof of our active harbor, along this bank downtown, there are 37 registered shipwrecks from the historic industry. Most of these dating from the mid-1800s into the 1920s. On a high tide, it's tough to see some of it, but you can still see the rusty structures sticking up from these steam-powered vessels. All of these vessels that operated for the harbor, this wasn't a big fire or a pile-up accident. This had to do with money. Wilmington was a poor harbor at the time, and then these steam-powered vessels, proof of that, that's a little steam whistle on the side of a tugboat's engine. But these steam vessels were declared obsolete when they created diesel and diesel power. Wilmington's idea for these vessels was to declare them historic and leave them alongside their docks on that bank. And I'll leave with this important lesson. What happens if you don't put money into a boat every year? It sinks. Yeah, that's still the case to this day. And that happened here 37 times. But a neat glimpse into how active our harbor would have been. But we're not going to become one of those vessels. Captain Ned has set our course to land on the dock. That tells me I got to go ahead and set up. Pretty soon I'll jump off, tie it up, tell you when it's safe to go. But thank you guys for coming out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Hope you guys learned a little something, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. So thanks, guys.
Almost there.
Way back in the day. It's like they're in the graveyard. Got 27 of them.
Almost there.
Jumping for joy? Yeah, all right.
Justin. Good. You? You made it home?
No swimming. No. You die.
On the Cape Fear River. Yes, you can be. Exactly. I thought I was going to give it a hit because I thought you'd get it faster. Set up my idea. When are you guys coming over? Spain, what was it? May, So I was sure that you were coming back in September, like you usually do. Someday. Okay, if I come back to say something, give one thing, I'm supposed to come at Thanksgiving, so if I do, then we will go see her.
Got you on. Got you on.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it.
Yeah.
For me, so there's ain't that much of me. So thank you so much for being with us. Owen made me look good, so did Thack, so thank you for that. We're exiting off the stern. Enjoy the rest of your day. Watch out for some rain over there, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna get hit with some
Enjoy
rain
the
on
rest
the
of
way
your
home.
day.
Thank you.
You remade.
Yeah, then we'll take off.
But it's not getting hammered, no, I think.
I drank more than you. Way more than you. You didn't have nothing. You had tomato chunk. I have no problem handling my kids. We're never gonna an argument from there. Not if I can drink.
Oh, yeah. Safe travels.
Thank you. Have a good one.
My dog is really cool. She loves my mama. She loves my grandmama. You know what I mean? So I'm always so like.
How's that puppy? Pretty good friend. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later.
Oh, the group right here. Hey, take a picture, mommy.
You have a picture?
Yeah.
You take a picture.
Look at that. Yep. Hold up that.
Okay. This is my cat. Man, this is my cat. Where to go? This is what to go. Look at the parking right here. This is my cat. This is my cat. Fantastic. Okay. Almost charged. Let's go.
That's can't go to the beach, man.
Almost.
It's gonna rain every week, so every day, so yeah.
Okay. Charge.
So hot. Sao lại tắt được mắt? Next to us. Oh shit.
Right. Wow.
Why did I have to park? We come like to them.
It's hot. Airlines, oyster fish camp.
Okay. Huh? Too tired. Just leave it there.
Okay.
Too much space there.
Too much space.
Sit down.
Very good.
Don't think. Get this way. My God.
Something.
Oh my God, look at that storm. Hey, Dad. Look at that storm right there. Not go to the
At the stop sign, turn left onto N Street. Then take the first left onto South Front Street. At the stop sign, turn left onto South Front Street. Then take the first right onto Orange Street. Turn left onto Nunn Street.
19 minutes.
Go past this stop sign, then at the next one, turn left.
Right there.
At the stop sign, turn left onto South 3rd Street.
This is really good.
Nunn Street. That's scary.
At the next light, turn right.
Phải bấm sang này. Đập quá.
At the light, turn right onto Market Street.
I'm not a big fan anymore.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Because you like
In 4.8 miles, turn right onto Eastwood Road.
You wish, Mom. You wish I thought that.
No.
You wish, he said. Because they started to rust, that's why. What? Yeah. They ruined their looks. Cybertruck is built like a dumpster. I don't
My
know.
boss drives Cybertruck.
Okay, and it's still a dumpster.
Okay, and expensive.
Didn't say I want to buy it.
Okay, and you don't have money to buy it.
Okay, and Eric got big cheese.
Oh God.
Oh my god. I need a charger. I got one.
When are you gonna sleep?
And
Okay.
okay, and
Dang, I lost the charger. This.
that it? Indochine?
Yep.
12 minutes away.
I thought it's on the close to the beach. In the middle of the traffic.
Railroad crossing ahead.
Goodies. For cafe. Right there. Of the building.
Stay in the right lane.
Christmas already, Eric. Look at that.
Christmas.
No, it's Halloween already.
Right there.
Put that book back down. I can't see anything.
Put that phone down.
What's your book back?
What the heck?
Wait.
I can't move it.
Dang, this Arby's look.
Arby's.
They even get business.
It's a double tree. It's my God.
Red light camera ahead.
Double tree.
Car wash. Time.
Turn right onto Market Street.
First time.
There. Happy?
Yes. Very happy. Dang.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Eastwood Road.
So cute.
Red light camera ahead.
Radio signal.
Stay in the middle lane. At the next light, turn right. At the light, turn right onto Eastwood Road.
Toyota.
In 3 miles, turn left.
Mereka Toyota.
Listening. Close Sunday.
Our hotel is not on the beach, okay? Because that would be too much money.
What?
Too expensive. Our beach is not. I mean, our hotel is not on the beach. So
I mean, one fits, right?
it's not like we're on the beach.
Why are these people being crazy? Let's see. See, medicine kick in and then you get some halfway. And later, we get out and get sad too. Just gonna be a pool, okay? No big storm.
We go to the beach tomorrow. We go to Lisa's Airbnb.
Why go there? Wait, you
Because we got parking over there. You don't have to pay for parking.
Airbnb? You booked an Airbnb? First time looking Airbnb.
Car wash.
Car wash time. Little kids. This is my car wash.
In 1 mile, turn left.
Just my God.
He's white. What is he even doing?
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left. At the light, turn left.
Let's begin again. Fantastic.
You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
Your destination on the left.
How far from the beaches?
1 or 2 miles.
2 miles?
Sit.
That's basically not bad.
Arrived.
Okay, well done.
Okay, so hold on.
Good.
Stay here, you gotta check in.
I got
Go back over there.
Too far.
It's a long walk. I don't feel like walking right now.
back home.
I mean, this one's always good. Right here.
Be right back.
I don't know if we're gonna wake up later. Is deep sleep already?
Search.
What is Roblox on to do? Toyota Millionaires. My gas car. Oh, so smart.
Left. This. Last. Okay.
Only one wrap, right? The wrap. Only one. Oh no. The wrap, the food. Snack. Burrito pack. I don't know. I thought 2. Oh, one. Hey, one snack. Wrap. Spicy. Hộ hạng này. Ơi. Wait. Tao phải ăn này. Về nhầm. Okay. Where's the water? Oh my god. Here. What the heck? Oh, đây, về. Check that?
Yep.
Okay, not too much. Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
Elevator is somewhere.
Yeah, there's an elevator right there. I kind of miss the Lexus there. Lexus?
Room 413. Top floor.
Okay, go do stuff. Okay. Man. Get your bag book. You got the wipes?
Wipes? I mean, this is not bad.
Blah.
I got that, Eric. Here.
I got it. Put everything in there.
So we don't have to worry.
Now it's not very good. Yeah, well.
No.
Let's go. right here. You need cards for that. There. He's taking the first time in the elevator. Don't worry, that's just suspension, Mom.
It's because Eric's so heavy. That's why.
If he jumps, we'll cook. 412. 412. 412? 413? So one here. No. No. 43 here. Right here, right here, right here. 413? 413? 413? Here we go. Ooh. What the heck is this? Oh, bedroom? Oh, good at bedroom.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye. Need to turn off.